My songs know what you did in the dark. So light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, I'm on fire. So light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, I'm on fire.
Yo ho everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. So today we are going to take a look at last night's game between the Washington Capitals and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Final score, Washington 3, Tampa 0, and we are headed for Game 7 Wednesday night in Tampa. First period there was no scoring. Second period, TJ Oshie from Nicholas Backstrom and Evgeny Kuznetsov on the power play, and that was pretty much where the game ended. Washington was just kind of content to sit back and let Tampa skate into them the rest of the game. Devontae Smith-Pelly got a goal from Stevenson and Beagle partway through the third period, and Oshie finished the scoring off in the third period with the empty net goal, with the assist to Nicholas Backstrom. So, my big takeaways from this game was Tampa did not have near the intensity required to close out this series. They kind of started off on the back foot. Washington was bringing the physicality early and wasn't giving Tampa any room at all to get through the neutral zone. And it was pretty evident in a lot of the categories. Washington had 39 hits to 19 for Tampa, and none of Tampa's regular characters that you usually see bringing the grit and toughness, like the Kunitz, the Callahans, Anton Strawmans, none of those guys were really bringing the physicality like Washington was. The big stars for Tampa was kind of absent in this game. Stamkos with one shot on goal was a -1. Kucherov, one shot on goal was a -2. And Hedman was also a -2 with one shot on goal. Dan Girardi led the way for Tampa in hits with 4. And that was just kind of indicative of how this game was going, that they did not have the energy or the intensity to match what Washington was bringing. Corrections I think that need to be made going into Game 7 for Tampa is they need to get back to what they were doing in Games 3, 4, and 5, which was just gaining the red line, dumping the puck in, and going and getting in on the forecheck rather than trying to skate the puck through the neutral zone. They haven't been successful at all in this series. The whole time they've been trying to pass through the neutral zone and trying to come with speed into the offensive zone, because Washington's been so content to play the blue line, play a 1-3-1, and just let Tampa skate to them. And again, the second half of this game was just really the two teams skating back and forth, because Tampa had so much trouble just getting out of their own zone with the aggressive forecheck of Washington that they would get the red line and they would be dumping for a change. And that's kind of how the whole third period went, was Tampa just dumping the puck in and getting to the bench for a change, because Washington was giving them no ice. At times it looked like Washington had 8 guys on the ice while Tampa had 4. I mean, it didn't look like Tampa had any room at all. For Washington to be able to repeat the performance they had tonight, I think it is imperative for them to get the first goal and to carry the pace through the first period, and to be able to play their style of hockey by dictating the pace, getting out in front, and making Tampa play to you. And I think that is very important for Washington going into Game 7. As far as the Game 6 goes, and what takeaways Tampa can take away from Game 6 is just thank Andrei Vasilevsky every chance you get, because if not for Vasilevsky in net, this game could have easily been 6 or 7-0. He made a lot of incredible saves, especially through the mid part of the second period after Oshie scored. Just he was spot on most of the night, and I don't think either of the goals that he gave up were bad goals. Just a lot of bad plays in their own zone that kind of led to high quality scoring chances for Washington. But yeah, that's kind of the take that I have on this game and what I think really needs to happen in the next game for things to come out differently. I do expect Game 7 to be closer, because now you're going to have two desperate teams facing elimination, and in Game 7s you have to have that extra gear that you haven't had all series long, and I look for that from both teams. I look for the guys that have been key contributors all year long to lift their team up and have, help dictate the pace of the game. In that regards, I think Ovechkin is going to be key for Washington, getting him going early, getting him shots on net, getting him looks at the net. And for Tampa, Stamkos and Kucherov have got to play better than they played tonight. There was a couple of spots in that game where Kucherov just didn't look like he was getting back hard on the back check, and I think that has to change for John Cooper's squad in order to have a chance to win this game and get to the Stanley Cup Finals. But my prediction for Game 7 is going to be, I think it's going to be Tampa 4-2, winning Game 7. Vasilevsky will make a lot of key saves in spots that he needs to. I don't think that Holtby is going to break, but I think that they're going to be able to get to Holtby. I think that Tampa Bay's power play is going to be key for them to generate scoring chances. Their power play tonight was not very good. I think they were 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. And I think they only had 2 shots on goal through both their power plays. So I look for their power play to be a lot better. I look for Cooper to utilize the last change in Tampa very efficiently, as he's done all series long. On home ice, he's been able to get the matchups he wants, and I think that it'll be a 3-2 game late, and Tampa will add an empty netter. Unfortunately, for fans of great hockey players, myself included, I think Ovechkin is going to have to wait a little bit longer to get it. I just think Tampa is a more complete team, and I think Tampa wins the game 4-2. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you got winning Game 7? What's your reactions to Game 6? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're just passing through. If you haven't across the video, by whatever means necessary, however you were directed here. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the support. I'd like to keep this thing going on a regular schedule, and with your help and contributions, hopefully I can. So that's all I got for today. We will see you next time.